Hey, good morning everybody and welcome back to Star Cub Review. Today I just do a simple and easy one. I know I've done a talk about it, several videos actually, which I'll pop them up for you all to see. They're different videos that I have in my Mortal Kombat section that I talked about. Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat 3 and Trilogy and all that need remasters as opposed to reboots. Basically remasters, but I did a talk on Mortal Kombat 3, like it's my favourite game, and I did a bit of a talk about it, why I remember it so vividly, and why it's one of my favourites of all time in the Mortal Kombat series. But this one is going to be an actual review for Mortal Kombat 3, specifically, not specifically, but it's for the PlayStation version, which I've got, fully boxed, and the Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat 3. Now, as a whole, it's just going to be a review on Mortal Kombat 3, but it's basically my experiences with the PlayStation version and the Super Nintendo version, which I grew up with, playing on my, friend's Super Nintendo. So I remember them quite vividly, and as you all know, Mortal Kombat 3 is one of my all-time favourites in the franchise. That includes Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat Trilogy, obviously, because essentially they both are exactly the same game, but with all the added characters and stuff, as opposed to a set roster like it didn't have some of the more popular characters in it, which I was absolutely fine with back in the day, and I still am fine with it. It was a very big commercial success, especially in the arcade circuit. Wide success in the arcade department. But as opposed to the Super Nintendo and PlayStation versions, there's a little slight variations. I know with the PlayStation version, Shang Tsung's morph, if you did all his morphs, like he could morph into any sort of character, it would actually load that character in and it would freeze the game for a few seconds as it loaded in that character, and it became, a bit of a pain. So it was best to just change it to opponent, so it could change it to one as opposed to all, or you could disable Shang Tsung's morph altogether. There was those little added things, and it was CD, and it was on the PlayStation, so it was the loading as well, which was criticized. But overall, it didn't really deter from the experience there, and that's what you get when you get PlayStation, because it was CD and you had to have the loading, as opposed to Super Nintendo. There were never those issues, and I remember there was never those freezing issues or anything like that, so it was smooth. But back in the day, I had so much fun with Mortal Kombat 3 on the Super Nintendo. Mortal Kombat 3 introduced new characters, and the new characters were Cyrax, Cabal, Nightwolf, Sector, Sindel, Shiva, and Striker. They were the new characters. And then your returning characters were Jax, Kano, Kung Lao, Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, Sub-Zero, Shang Tsung, and Smoke. And that was Cyber Smoke. And then your boss characters were Mortaro and Shao Kahn, and then secretly you could fight Noob Saibot as a hidden opponent. Now, some of the new characters were criticized a little bit, like Striker in particular is one that's criticized quite heavily. I don't know why. Striker was a great addition. So was Shiva. So was Sindel. They all were. I absolutely love Mortal Kombat 3. And the new characters were fine. The returning characters were absolutely fine too. Not that I played a lot of Sonya Blade. I absolutely love Sonya Blade. And smoke. But, you know, Mortal Kombat 3 was a little bit criticized. It was criticized as well for not having returning characters, like, you know, mascot Scorpion. And he was added later into Ultimate Mortal Kombat and then ultimately Trilogy as well. And they added a whole bunch of, you know, other characters to it because it was criticized. But I just remember so vividly that this one was also the one that introduced a new run button feature, which you could run up on your opponents. It had a combo system. You could have a mid combo system or a full combo system. It's a number of predetermined button presses to get the combos, and you could do combo strings. They also, Mortal Kombat 3 was also added new fatalities. It added babalities. It had animalities in it as well. And then later on down the track, it also added brutalities, which was, I remember doing back in the day, discovering brutalities just off the bat, and you had to do all these different button presses to get the brutality. But I remember the animalities so well. I remember, you know, fatalities. Some of them were very, very creative, and some of them were lackluster. But that was the whole point. Some of it laughed at itself, and that's what I found so well done about Mortal Kombat 3, is that it really just took me out of the world and took me into Mortal Kombat's world. And Mortal Kombat 3 had some of the best music soundtrack I have ever heard. And that includes Trilogy and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, of course. But the soundtrack for Mortal Kombat 3 was impeccable. It was amazing. Down to a T. The music was amazing. The atmosphere, the backgrounds were cool. It took you into that world with the music, especially. The fighters and all that on screen were just wow. There were, I remember Kerry Hoskins as Sonya Blade, you know, kick-ass outfit, doing the ring toss and everything like that. It was just, they used real actors and digitalized them into the game, and it was done brilliantly. You know, it was during the Midway era as well, and I absolutely love the Midway era. I don't like the NetherRealm era as much. The NetherRealm era really just, I don't know, there's something about the NetherRealm era that just doesn't feel right to me. They changed some of the mythology of it, of the original games, and it kind of soured it a bit for me. The only one that I really enjoyed was Deception. Deception was amazing. Soundtrack was amazing. Story was amazing, especially with Shujinko. But there were other aspects of it where some of the characters that they had in it looked real ugly, and it was great. I love Deception, but there was also some bad things about Deception as well, and the whole Conquest mode was absolutely amazing. Bring that back, Ed Boon. Mortal Kombat 1, we need Conquest mode. But Deception was amazing. Deadly Alliance, I didn't like so much. Mortal Kombat 10, I played it, I enjoyed it. It was good. I absolutely loved the battle system, the fighting systems in 10, but I didn't like. Mortal Kombat 10 for me was a bit meh. And then Mortal Kombat 11, look, I've done a video which I'll pop up, but it was a video where I've changed my opinions on it now. But I did a video where I was thoroughly disappointed. Thoroughly disappointed in NetherRealm, and talked about that, but also talked about the fact that Mortal Kombat 11 for me. I enjoyed Mortal Kombat 11. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy Mortal Kombat 11. I just didn't like the story was just not right for me. It just felt off. Especially what they did to Sindel, just completely butchered Sindel, was just ugh. It is fun. I like the Towers of Time. I like the one-player aspect of Mortal Kombat 11, but Mortal Kombat 11 as a whole, it's an enjoyable game, but I did not like some of the stuff that they did in Mortal Kombat 11, and you know, it just, as a whole, it's fun, but like I said in my video, there was a lot of things wrong with Mortal Kombat 11, like stuff they promised and they didn't fulfill. They should have added new stuff into Mortal Kombat 11 that would have kept the player base going as such. Would have been so much better, but you know, I have softened to Mortal Kombat 11 a bit more, and I have it on PlayStation 5, but I also downloaded it on my Nintendo Switch, and I play it on my Nintendo Switch. But Mortal Kombat 11 as a whole is enjoyable, but that's it. There was certain things about it I just did not like at all, and the story was very, I don't know, just I didn't like the story, but I played through it all. Other than that, it's just, yeah, and with Mortal Kombat 1 coming now, it's really, for me, it's really brought life back in to me with the Mortal Kombat. Like, wow, this is amazing. I'm actually extremely fucking hyped for Mortal Kombat 1. It's actually looks fucking amazing. It looks like they're gonna put a lot of effort into Mortal Kombat 1 and really changing it up with the lore and everything like that. And it's like, oh my god, I cannot wait. But with Mortal Kombat, the original Midway era games were absolutely amazing, Shaolin Monks, all of that, but Mortal Kombat 3, for me, it was a whole growing up, childhood thing for me. Growing up, I absolutely loved playing Mortal Kombat 3. The characters were amazing. Smoke, Sonya, Shiva, for me, were my mains. Definitely a lot was Sonya and Smoke. And Sindel. I absolutely love Sindel in number 3. The character designs were amazing. Everything about Mortal Kombat 3 for me is why I love Mortal Kombat 3 as opposed to all the any other Mortal Kombat game. Mortal Kombat 3 for me was absolutely amazing. But I remember there was other people's experiences that were completely different. You know, I've never played the arcade Mortal Kombat 3 on an arcade machine. I've never had that experience. For me, it was first into the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 3, and then later on down the track, it was the actual Mortal Kombat 3 on the PlayStation. And then, the whole cheats system, where you had secret cheats, you had to put in codes for it. I remember all that. Gone are the days now where you used to have cheats and all that. That's what I love so fondly about the old Mortal Kombat games, was you had a cheat system where you could put cheats on and off if you wanted them on and off, and you could change certain aspects of the game. But now it's like a bygone era where you used to have a cheat system and whatnot, and now it's just you pump out a game and you don't have the whole cheat elements in it. You have got this thing in Mortal Kombat 3 where you had to one button press for fatality or friendship and whatnot, with tokens, but you had to earn those tokens to get where it would perform. You just press one button and it does the fatality for you, or it does the friendship. Gone are the days where you used to have cheats on the PlayStation and all of that, Sega Mega Drive, all of that. It was absolutely amazing. That's what made my childhood. And now, with all the new video games and whatnot, there's no incentive or hidden cheat system to do button presses anymore, which is what I miss in video games. But not that I did cheats all the time, but with Mortal Kombat and all of that, I remember it added a different layer, especially with Mortal Kombat 3. It added a different layer of play, because you could turn your bosses off, you could turn them on, you could add certain things where it was an unlimited run button, an aggressor meter, which came later on in Trilogy. It added it added a new depth to the gameplay, and really brought you in with 2 players or the 1 player. Although now looking at it now, the AI system was extremely difficult at the time. It's extremely harsh, and I visit Mortal Kombat 3 on the Super Nintendo here and there, but I remember as a kid, it was just so much fun playing with friends and doing it one play on my own. I never really noticed the AI being so fucking hard back then. But now, looking back at it 30 years later, it's kind of like, wow, the AI is really fucking harsh. Like, really fucking harsh. And it does really take you out of the experience a little bit now that you can't beat the AI unless, you're super fucking good at Mortal Kombat, which I'm not an expert at Mortal Kombat. I love playing it and I stuff up sometimes, but that's the fun of it. But the AI, I think, was very, very harsh. It was programmed to be like that for the arcades. But I did, I will flash it up again. There was a video that I did that I'll flash it up on the screen. It's the one in my Mortal Kombat section. These games need remasters, and Mortal Kombat 3 is definitely one where you could add new online features, jazzy up the AI so it makes it more fair, like all the games that came after it, where the AI was fair, even on easy, very easy, medium. You had that sort of thing. Even though they had that back in the day, even on the easy setting, it's extremely fucking hard. And I think that if we had remasters of these games, which hopefully down the track they remaster and add all new features and jazzy up the AI to make it more fair, I think these games will have a whole new popularity to them, where people will swarm to these original games and play the online and have fun with it, like everyone else growing up as kids that have played it in my era, that have played Mortal Kombat, grown up with it, absolutely love, these original Mortal Kombat games. I would love to see that. I really, really would. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about. That's just, review of Mortal Kombat 3. It's an amazing game. Even in 2023, it's still very enjoyable, but the AI does deter me a little bit from playing several hours of it. I usually play around about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes to an hour, and then it takes me out of it because, sometimes I get so frustrated with the AI that it's just like, nah, it's pointless. But that was the fun of it back then. But, looking back on it now, 2023, it does take the fun out of it a little bit, but that doesn't deter me from enjoying it. I really, really love it. And even if I only get up to a few characters, I just love playing it to listen to the music and have fun and watch the fatalities and animalities. It really does take me back, which unfortunately I wish I could turn back time and relive those memories with friends. But yeah, we don't have a time machine. So, I have those memories at least, and I'm glad that, as a Mortal Kombat fan, a really, a dedicated Mortal Kombat fan, I really, really enjoy the Midway era games, and I really want to hear from other people what they think. But I know today is the day for the online beta for Mortal Kombat 1. So to all those playing that, have fun, guys. Enjoy it. And I look forward to Gamescom on Tuesday for new Mortal Kombat 1 reveals. But other than that, thanks so much for watching, guys. I know I've taken up a bit of time with this one, almost, probably by now it's over 20 minutes. But I just really wanted to get this one out there and have a chat and see how people feel about it. Give me your thoughts and opinions on your experiences. I'd love to hear from you guys. I really, really appreciate it. A like and a subscribe to help out the channel would be absolutely amazing. And I look forward to bringing you more content. very, very soon. All right, guys, take it easy. Ciao.